Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Rick Bradford of Saddleback Church of Laguna Woods, and we are doing our usual Zoom interviews. So welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Lisa, thanks for having me.
You're
It's
welcome.
different, isn't it?
It is totally different. How are you doing, by the way? How's everything going?
You know, it's really interesting because we're obviously not meeting on Sundays anymore.
Right.
The rest of the church continues so busy, and in some ways it's actually busier now than it was before because there's so many meetings of people that are meeting kind of just like you and I right now.
Exactly. I hear you. So now I'm conducting these Zoom interviews, which is different than having people come in. So there's a lot of setup that goes on beforehand. So I understand what you're dealing with. So obviously this weekend is a big weekend for everyone. And I wanted to talk to you a little about some of the things that you have going on. But first, let's talk about a really unique thing you guys are doing, a drive-through pantry.
It is. And we started doing that, you know, for years now. We've done food bank / pantry in Clubhouse 7 for years on the fourth Wednesday. Well, that's all our clubhouses are closed now. So that's not a possibility. So I think it's really cool how the churches of the area work together, and our good friends at Lutheran Church of the Cross on El Toro heard that we had no place for our food pantry, and they said, well, why don't you use our place? And so that's exactly what we're doing. But in light of all the virus things going on, the folks drive in. We have younger people. See, because we're part of a larger church, we're bringing in younger people rather than us. Usually it's all Laguna Woods residents who serve at the food pantry, but we're not allowed to right now. And so the younger people are coming, and I know that the folks are seeing some pictures of them gathering, and that's wonderful. So as you drive in, they bring you bags of food and put it in your trunk. You don't get out. They wear masks. It's about as possibly safe as we know how to make it. And you'll be directed from, so I just encourage them, if you could use some extra food this month, I don't even know. Usually our pantry, you go through and pick out your own food. So I'm not sure exactly what they've put in these, but I know it's wonderful. In fact, Lisa, I'm going to drive through this next week.
See what you get.
I don't know. Because I want to know more, and we could use the help just like everyone else. And so
are you
that's next Wednesday. It's the 15th. 3 days after Easter, I believe, and runs from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So we would love to bless anyone that would like to come by.
Now, are you guys in need of anything at this time? Do you need food?
You know, that's an excellent question. But again, we actually don't.
That's great. That's great. I mean,
there's just so many, our congregation has just overflowing of love.
Wonderful. It's amazing, isn't it?
They love ministering to us here in Laguna Woods.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So we'll go ahead and touch base with that again in just a few minutes. But then also Sunday is Easter Sunday, and celebration is going to be at 5 p.m. on our station, Village Television, Channel 6. Tell me what's going to happen during that time frame.
Yeah. So, and we so appreciate TV6 allowing us to air our services actually every Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. While we're not able to meet. So that's been awesome, and we're so grateful for that. I would encourage people to set their DVR right now while they're actually thinking of it, because 5 o'clock will roll around, and actually 6 o'clock will roll around, and we're likely to think, what was I going to do at 5?
Right.
Because it's different. It's not Sunday morning. But it is our Easter service, and it's the Easter message from Pastor Rick Warren. We have music that's specific to our Laguna Woods worship team here that they pre-recorded,
Okay.
and then a short little introductory message about Easter from myself.
Okay.
So after they put up with that for a little bit, then it'll get good.
Then it'll get good. I'm sure your messages are always wonderful, so don't
Well,
sell yourself so short.
yeah, it is short. Anyway, so Easter, it's such an interesting time. We still encourage everyone to tune in. This is only the second time, I looked it up, in about 100 years. It was in 1917, in the last influenza epidemic of that year, that actually was far more serious in the effect that a lot more people died than this current thing. But that was the last time that the church as a whole in America did not gather together.
Wow.
It is. I didn't know that myself. And so we're going to get through this. We'll be back together at some point. But in the meantime, well, fortunately, our church was kind of structured in the sense of small groups. So we have about 85 to 90 small groups throughout Laguna Woods that are made up of anywhere from 5 to 10 people or so. And so they're gathering weekly, but it's on this Zoom.
Right. I mean, this Zoom is really getting a lot of use right now, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Well,
and so I would just encourage folks, by the way, I did want to say this, that because I know that a lot of folks who have their own church right now, and they're not, I just encourage them, if your church has their own online service, then I encourage you to tune into that. Mm-hmm. Just like we partnered with Lutheran Church at the Cross, we have good relationships with virtually all the churches in the area.
Right.
And we want to provide this Sunday afternoon worship for you, but encourage you that your church comes first. And when this opens up, they need and want your support. So
exactly. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and talk again a little bit about the pantry. So the pantry is on Wednesday, April 15th, and then again Wednesday, April 29th.
That's right.
You just drive through, get your surprise bag of goodies, and then drive out.
And it'll be a lot. I guarantee you it.
Okay.
I guarantee you it will be a lot, and good stuff too.
All right, excellent. And then again, Sunday at 5 p.m., we will air your service at Saddleback for
And the one last thing real quick, Lisa, I wanted to mention. So we also have the daily show at 7:30 a.m. on TV6, which is called Inspiration for Today. And if you're able to see this before Friday, our Friday show of this week is about Good Friday. So you'd want to tune into that if you could, 7:30 a.m. All next week on Inspiration for Today, it's actually our 11-year anniversary so we have a whole week of remembrance shows.
Oh, that's great.
Whether you're a part of our church or not, you'll get a kick out of, I guarantee it.
Perfect. All right. Well, you have a very good Easter. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it.
You too, Lisa. I appreciate you all down there. Keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Right. And we'll be right back after this.